Hello and welcome to Single and Complete. Wherever you are, today is the day the Lord has made, and we shall rejoice and be glad in it. I hope you've been well. Today I am going to be sharing what I felt. It's something that is really heavy in my heart, and this is as a result of a film. For some of you who watch Nigerian movie, one of the Nigerian movies that I watched recently, and I felt it is something that is important that we talk about when we're thinking about our children. As you know, this is season 2, and I have been talking a lot about our children. Today is episode 10, and I'm going to be sharing with you today about the power of spoken words. The power of spoken words. As you know, our words are powerful. Our words are powerful. And it is said that words, your word, my word, can either break or make someone. My word, your words, can either make or break someone. It can build or pull down. I was listening to a sermon earlier on today, and the speaker said, beware of what you say, because what you say determines what you see. I'm going to repeat that. It says, beware of what you say, because what you say determines what you see. Let me ask you, my sisters and my friend. So, this, as you know, this channel is about single parents. It's called Single and Complete. I'm a single mom, and after my husband left, I've been through so much, which, as you know, I've been sharing my journey with you. And at this junction, we are talking about, I'm sharing about our children. I've seen a lot, I've been through a lot with my children. And I can imagine, after being through so much, and then I see some things happen, some negative things happening in the lives of my children because of my words to them. The quote again from a speaker from the sermon I was listening to earlier on today says, beware of what you say, because what you say will determine what you see. My sisters and friends, what do you want to see in the life of the child or the children that you have worked tirelessly with? What do you want to see? What do you want to see? What do I want to see? What are my desires for my children, and I want to live to see them? What are your desires, my sisters, my friends? Today, as I said, I am talking about power, the power of spoken word. Power of spoken word. I'm a member of a prison ministry in my church. And what I do is once a week, I would go into the prison to facilitate a relationship course. And so I would go into a male prison where their partners would come from outside, from the community, into the prison, and they will sit with their partners where this course is facilitated. And I remember very, very vividly, we treat on the course, there are three main, is it three? So we deal with conflict, we deal with forgiveness, and we deal with money. So these are the three main areas that we look at. And as you know, some of them, they have children by different women. Some of them have children by just one woman, whatever the situation on the outside. But the one with the children would come, the partner would come into prison. And I remember I was facilitating, we were talking about conflict, managing conflict, even though your partner is inside, and the guy is, and the woman is outside with the children. So we were talking. And I remember at the point, what we would do is, as facilitators, I'm not the only facilitators, there are three of us. So what we would do is we would go into groups and have a chat with have time to spend with the couples. And I remember sitting with this young couple, they have 2 children. And as we were talking, this young guy broke down. He burst into tears because I was asking some serious questions. And one thing that this guy said that stood out from that group discussion is that he saw himself leaving the words that were spoken to him by his single mother. He can see himself living that life, and that life ended him inside. Some of these guys have been in prison before we went in. Some of them have been there 5 years, 10 years. God knows until when. Because of spoken words. And not just that guy, some other young guys in that setting said the same thing. Because I did this over years. And some of the words spoken to them led them into prison. Can I ask you, my sisters, where do you want your child? Where do you want to see your child? Do you even have desires for your child? Do I have desires for my child? That this child that I've struggled to raise, I want this child to be this. Or do you look at your child from up to toe and out of anger? Let me tell you, I've been there. Angry at their dad, at my children's father, because of some of the things that he did, which is, is natural. Anger is a natural emotion, and it's how we manage it. Angry. When you look at your son, your daughter, what do you see? What do I see when I look at my children? I was watching that video that I mentioned earlier on, and I saw this mother washing that child with some words that I can't even mention on this video. My sisters and friends, what words do you say to your child? For some of us who have adult children, I have adult children, they do things that really, really, really hurts. Because they want to do their own things. They hurt sometimes, some of the things they do. It really hurts. But how do you handle that? How do I handle that? Ask me. How do I handle that? I see some traits, negative traits. How do I handle that? Do you know what? When I'm angry, when I see negative traits, I withdraw Not withdraw as in, I'm not talking to the child, I'm not having anything to do with that. No, nothing like that. I take a step back and reflect. 1. 2, I begin to speak. I begin to reverse those thoughts. What I see that is negative, I reverse it into positive. I reverse it. I reverse it. There were times I will look at the child in the eye and I will speak positively into the life of that child. How do you talk to your children? When you talk to them, what do you say? What do I say? I know the journey has been rough. I know the journey has been tough. I have been there. I haven't even shared some of the experience that I've been through. Painful. But the important thing is, what do you want to see in your child? What do I want to see in my child? How do I want my children to turn out? Apart from praying for them, I need to be careful. I need to be careful that the words coming out of my mouth to my children are not words that will negate the prayers I have been praying for them. I need to be very, very mindful. Let me tell you, there were times when I had to go into my room so that I don't say what I should not say, because our words are very powerful. I have never seen an angel, but people do say that angels are around us. I've never seen one, so I don't know. And they take what we say. I don't know. But my point is, let us cultivate the habit of speaking positively into the lives of our children. I remember one time I was working with a young boy. I think it was 9-10 years old, and I just noticed that this boy, anytime he does some work, really good work, he will just destroy it. Every time he does some good work, and he's really good, especially in art, this boy will destroy the work. And one day, out of what's going on here, I said to him, why do you do this? Oh, because my mom said I'm rubbish. Because my mom said I can't do anything good. Oh, Jesus. That child, at the age of 10, God knows how many times mom has repeated those words into his ears. And that child started to live that life. I'm not with the child all day. I'm only with the child for a few hours. And in that time, I said to the child, you're really, really good at this, and I want to see you do more. But obviously, he goes home and maybe he hears something else. How many of us? I mean, in the country I grew up in, parents would just talk. They would just talk. You, this mad child, look at yourself. You're such a failure. And these words will continue to ring in the ears of going through the mind of this person, of this child, over and over and over and over. And before we know it, that child is living that life. In my very first episode, I remember talking about my place of separation. In my place of separation, I learn a lot. I learn a lot. I learn a lot. And it was in that place that I learned also not to project my bitterness and anger onto my children to the extent that I will be speaking negatively into their lives. As I said, anything negative I see, maybe I see a pattern that is relating to their dad that is negative. In my mind, in my head, I'm reversing it. I'm separating my children from it. And that is what we should cultivate. My sisters and my friends, what is the point in struggling, working hard, looking after these children and not seeing them turning out well? My prayer for you, and the prayer I pray for myself, is that God will help us. God will help us so that what we say will bring out good things in the lives of our children. The words that we speak into the lives of our children, positive words that we speak into their lives, will see the manifestation in our lifetime. In the name of Jesus. I go back to that quote. Very powerful. I thought I would share it. Beware of what you say, because what you say determines what you see. I'm going to finish this video, talk this day, leaving you to think about what you want to see in the life of your child. What do I want to see in the life of my child? Let me tell you, the only one that can help you, that's helping me, still helping me, is Jesus. If you don't know him, you need him in your life, my sisters and my friends. He's made a huge difference in my life. He reminds me day by day to be careful, because the children I see around me, they are gifts from him. And one day we will account. You will account and I will account. We will account to the one that gave them to us. So we need to be careful and be mindful always to learn to speak positively into their lives. And God will help you. Open your heart to Jesus. Ask him to come into your heart today and live in you. Let him become your teacher by his Spirit. Let him become your guide. He's the one I run to. When I say I withdraw into my room, when I should be saying something negative and be learning something positive from him, he's the one teaching me. He helps me to calm. He helps me to think positively when things get really rough with my children. Listen, there's no hero. There's no super parent. We all learn at the feet of Jesus. Link up with me, my sisters and my friend, on Instagram, Single and Complete. Or you can link up with me, write your comments on my YouTube channel, Single and Complete. Or you can drop me an email, singleandcomplete@outlook.com. Let's talk about this topic, the power of spoken words. Our words are powerful. And so I plead with you, I beg you, please be careful. Beware what you say, because what you say will determine what you see. We will live to see our children succeed. Together, we will live to see our children do well. God bless you. I love you, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks.